All right, this is an impromptu stream. Uh, really, it's a stream that I've tried to make about 4 times before, but every time I have, it has crashed or some other problem came up. The purpose of this short video is to just demonstrate the process by which illustrations that I've created for Peace Island, in some of the books of Peace Island, um, there are some illustrations, and I posted them to a couple of Reddits, and people have asked how it's done. It's actually relatively simple, and in this video, I'm going to just show how to do it. The first thing you need to do, and this is going to require a little bit of creativity on the part of the creator, is they're first going to have to create a collage. All of these all these images here are collages. This mouse came from one source. The skulls in the background came from another source, and the bullets in the foreground came from another source. So you have to have a little bit of knowledge about Photoshop, image composition, and level adjustment in order to really make what you want to convey. Also, you need to, integrate a little bit of depth of field. But all of these were made out of photographs that were culled from Pexels. They're all public domain photographs that were put together. Now, what for the purposes of this, this is an image of me at an art exhibition. Gosh, I think about 8 years ago now. It was sort of like Maine's answer to Burning Man. So what we're going to do is we're going to number one, we're going to frame this so we have, just sort of like the image that we want. And just frame it in a good way. I wish I could get Believe down there, but really we're looking at the face and everything there. Image. So what you want to do is you want to find your picture, and then you want to adjust the levels. Actually, no. First, you're going to want to adjustments mode. You're going to turn it into a grayscale image, and then you're going to want to just adjust the levels so that you can get the best, contrast look that you want out of it. And now here's the next very important step, is you have to posterize your image. Let's see, posterize. And you're going to make 6 levels. That will give you black, white, and 4 levels of gray. Okay. So what you're going to do, the first one you're going to do is grab your magic wand, and you're going to want to separate your white and black levels onto their own layer. So what we're going to do here is we're using our magic wand. We have turned the tolerance down to 1. We are not using anti-alias, and we don't want anything contiguous. We want to grab all white throughout the image. And we're going to copy and paste that into its own level. And then we're going to grab our black. Copy. Oh, wrong level. Back into the original one. So now we have our black and white. So we're concerned about our 4 levels of gray. Now for those, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a, let me just see, a recent one. And I want, yes. Now these images here have been uploaded to a Box.com account where you can download them. These are the 4 levels of gray that we are going to be working with. Now, as you can see here, we have a 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%. And if we zoom all in, you can see they're all crosshatches of various, you have the 20, 40, 60, 80. So we're going to go back to our original image here. And now I'm going to copy and paste these 4 crosshatches onto the original image. Now, you can see that these things are really out of scale, so we want to grab those 4 layers and scale them down to the image that we have. You see they're real big. There we are. Set this a little bit too fine, can I say? We want a little bit of graininess in there. So yeah, that looks good. All right. Okay, so I'm going to put the, let's see, the black and white up top. Now, what we're going to do for the time being is we're going to turn all of these off. Now, here's the thing that's kind of just, you got to have a little bit of knowledge about Photoshop and such. But what we're going to do is now we're going to go in and we are going to grab the 4 successive layers of gray, go into the respective layer of crosshatching, select inverse, and delete. And you'll see why we're doing this in just a moment. So, and now we're going to work from dark to light. So we're going to grab our 80% first, and that's one directly outside of the black. Sounds like my music has stopped over here. And so I've grabbed the area that is just occupied by that next layer beyond black. I'm going to go Shift Control I. That selects the inverse, and we delete the inverse. Now we get rid of that. We go back to our original image, and we go back and we select our 60%. We go to our 60% cross-hatching layer, select inverse, delete. We go to our 40% layer, select, go to our corresponding cross-hatching layer, select inverse, delete. And we're almost done here. We're going to go back to our lightest level of gray, our 20%. Go here, select inverse, and delete. Now, what we do henceforth here is we go back into we turn all of our layers on. And we're just going to paint over our background layer where we sampled everything from. We're going to paint it all white. Oops, sorry. White. And we're going to flatten the image. And that is basically the process. That's it. It's very simple, very easy. Takes, as you saw, about 30 seconds per image. Hopefully this made sense to anybody. If not, ask in the comments. And thanks for watching. Glad I was able to make this very short and somewhat informative.